Hey everybody, Michael Globitz with the first response team of Hometown Real Estate. I've had a little bit of analysis paralysis lately and thinking of different ideas and value to share with everybody, but trying to get stuck in all the technology and everything. So hopefully this stream is working. Trying to get a little bit better where you guys can actually see the whiteboard that I'm using. And I put some notes up ahead of time. I apologize for my messy handwriting. But anyway, I want to talk about some end of the year real estate tips that some people know about, some people have forgotten, and others may have never heard of. If you have a current mortgage, now is a good time, if you haven't already, to make an extra mortgage payment every year. You can knock off probably 5 years of your balance on a 30-year loan if you make one extra mortgage payment per year. You can do that payment on a lump sum in December, like we're talking about now, or you could take your normal payment, if it's $2,400 a month, divide it by 12, and just make $200 extra per month, and you'll knock off 5 years on that 30-year loan. On a $350,000 loan with maybe a 6% interest rate, that 5 years is going to save you $85,000. That's a lot of money where you could probably buy one or maybe even two investment properties with those savings and go ahead and increase your portfolio from one property to three by just making that one extra payment per year in that savings. Tip number 2, and oh, by the way, all these tips, please consult your tax advisor because I'm not. I'm just a trusted real estate advisor. So tip number 2, make your January 2024 payment in December. What that does is it gives you a 13th month of interest that you're paying that you'll be able to, again, consult your tax advisor and possibly write off. So if you have maybe, I use simple math if you can't pick up on it yet, maybe you have a $2,100 a month of interest payment and you make that extra January 1 in December of this year, that's going to reduce your tax burden by $2,100 if you're able to write off your interest for your mortgage. And that turns into about a $700 savings. Again, consult your tax advisor, but also in the link at the bottom, I've got an article where you can reference these same tips of making that extra payment and see the savings. And then you can also see information about making that extra payment for January of next year in this tax calendar year. Moving on, tip number 3 for the end of the year, start making your plan for next year. Whether that's your primary home purchase, maybe it's your first home purchase, or maybe you're going to jump into the investment properties. Start planning now. This is the perfect time to do it. A lot of the lenders and real estate agents might not be as busy in December, so start reaching out to them. Reach out to them and talk about your finances first. Start with maybe calling a couple lenders and seeing what type of programs they have for your situation. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or, again, you're looking for an investment property, see what their programs offer and see what you need to do then to make the next step. You might have to open up a home equity line of credit on your current primary house and use that money to buy your first investment property. Or they might want to make you move money around from different accounts that you have. That way you can get approved for different types of loans. Now's the time to do that. Start planning that now in December. That way you can hit the market fresh in January or February and take advantage and be ready to put purchases on. If you own something already, get the value of your place. Always know that. Also, down in the link here, we have a link where you can see the value of your property weekly, which I think might be a little much, monthly, which I prefer, or quarterly, which may be a little too slow. But know the value of what your property is, because maybe your primary residence right now is going to be your first investment property when you use money from this one to buy property number 2. Start searching now. Start learning the neighborhoods where you think you want to buy your next place, or maybe invest in your next place. And start searching so that way come January, February, March, when you see a good deal, you'll already know it when you see it because you started searching now. We've got links down in the bottom too for both the value and the free searches. Tip number 5, mentioned it before up here when we talked about it a little bit in your planning, but actually speak with lenders, speak with your tax consultants, speak with your trusted real estate advisor, and come up with these plans now. That way you can hit the ground running in 2024. Michael Globitz, first response team of Hometown Real Estate. Hope you enjoyed it. Just reach out to us if you have any questions. Thank you.